Hello all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Ravina Bhaskaran, an author, illustrator and publisher. This video is about a technique that is used in your adult coloring book, which is masking your artwork using your drawing gum. Today I'm gonna use this Lefranc Bourgeois. I don't know how you will pronounce this. This is the brand. I'll include the link to get this in my description box. You can go check that out. I'm gonna use this masking gum. If you haven't seen my previous video where I have used my drawing gum in a wrong way, I would say. I didn't pre-test it. I just got it recently and directly I applied it on the page and it got ruined. It actually ruined a lot. Let me show you that. This is the colored page. Somehow I managed to fix this, but most of the place the artwork, the illustrations got teared. So the paper is ripped off. For the first time user like me, I don't want you guys to make mistakes like me. I got this in Amazon India for $4.55, I guess. It's a 75 ml bottle. It's pretty affordable only. You have plenty of masking liquid content. 75 ml is more. For this, you can get silicone brushes. I don't get that silicone brush in my local store. I found this normal bristle brush. Actually, you want to use one dedicated brush for this because it will ruin your bristles. You can take one cheap brush or any waste brush, worn out brush, something like that, and use this dedicatedly only for this masking gum because it will ruin your brush. Or else get that silicone brush. I'll try to include that image somewhere in the video. You can go check that out. First, I'll use the liquid in my sketchbook. Later, we can use that on adult coloring books and see. Okay, without taking much time, let's get into the video. And first, how to open this bottle. It's like they have given the instruction. We want to press it and then we want to twist it. That's all. It's not a light press. You want to heavily push it down and then turn it. Okay, in this way only you can open this bottle. First time I don't know how to use this. Pulled it out like this and took out the lid. It has two lids. I don't know whether you can see. So the actual process is you want to press and then twist. Okay. This is a colored gum so that you will know where you are applying this gum. This is my sketchbook. It don't have any wet medium thickness. It's just a normal sketchbook, but it has thicker page than our KDP coloring pages. I mean the Amazon KDP coloring book pages. It's better than that, but most of the adult coloring books like Johanna Basford or someone well-known published illustrators coloring book will have the same thickness. So I'm going to use this. Before that, let me mark some areas. What we can test out is we can apply some light layer, medium layer and a thick layer so that we can see the difference. Now I have marked my pages. I'm going to use some light layer, medium layer and thick layer here. After ripping out my page in my previous coloring book, which I have uploaded previously, you can check that out from the I button that is popping right now. I have learned some techniques there. I'm going to share that today. After ripping that page, I watched many YouTube videos. Colorists talk about their brand of masking gum. I see different brands will work differently. This review is particularly for this masking gum only. So let's use this. Let's press and open this. Only this opening part is so difficult. You can pour it out in a separate container or you can directly use it. I'm going to dip it and directly use this. For the first floor, I'm going to dip lightly and take out the excess and just a little light wash off. Okay, this will be very sticky. Then a medium thickness. I'm gonna go one more time and cover it. Next one is thick. I'm going outside as well. I'm not doing it very precisely. Okay. It will take some time to dry. You can use your heat
or
gun
hair dryer,
or
something
hair
like
dryer.
that.
I'm going to let it air dry and see how this
in
works.
air.
Let's wait for that to dry. In the meantime, we can test it out in our adult coloring book so that it will dry quickly. I'm using my Wild Floss adult coloring book. This is a normal KDP, Amazon KDP quality paper. I'm gonna use the same thickness. First one is light, then medium, and then thick. I made some mistake here. So this is the format. I have used light layer, medium, and then thick. If you are using some thinner pages like this, also note that you are using this gum like a water medium, right? So the pages will buckle a little bit if you are using it in a thick layer. Lighter layer, there is no problem. We have already covered that how to use watercolor or wet mediums on your adult coloring book, so that you can use your wet mediums on your adult coloring book. I mean, in the normal KDP quality coloring books also. The thing is, you want to go it very light washes. In the same way, I have applied it very light. Also, we can try one more technique, like we can use some colors. I hope you can see. Let's try some colors. Let us color this element. Sometimes in this case we will color first our main element, and we want to cover it with the masking liquid, and later we can work with the background. Let's try that out also. I don't know how this will work. This is the first time I'm doing it. I don't know whether this will work or not. But I have seen this technique by other artists using, I mean, other fine artists using this technique, because they would color some element and later they'll mask, and they'll apply some other background artwork, and then later they'll remove it. They will be using some thicker quality paper, but we are using the same technique on the thin paper. Let's see how this works. I'm using the same color with the same amount of pressure. I hope everything is even. Also, let's try it out in our coloring book also. Let me fill all the three elements and apply the masking gum. I'm not doing this very properly, just for an experiment, right? I don't want to waste time on that. Okay, I have done this. Now we can apply the same thickness, light, medium, and thick, as well as in our sketchbook also. Let's do it. If you are using your brush, constantly take out that wetness, so that it's creating a lot of mess. I think getting one silicone brush for applying drawing gum is a very important thing, because the already present gum is pulling out the newly applying gum, so it's create very much disturbing thread like pull. Okay, somehow let's manage for this video, and maybe in my future I'll get one silicone brush for this. Okay, we have waited enough. Actually, the light layer took only 5 minutes, I guess. The medium layer maybe 10 minutes, and for the thick layer it's still a little bit sticky. Each layer is like touching gum, so it's so gummy, and the thick layer, I guess, it's still not dry. I think this is not that much dry, but it's not coming out in a hand, but it is so gummy. In the meantime, while I wait, I completed this masking. Maybe for one of my future illustration, you can see this. I have masked this illustration. I planned something for the background, maybe using some other mediums other than color pencils, and create some different kind of look for this. So let's get back to our experiments. First, let's work with our sketchbook. For this, I'm using my distress ink. This is from Shilpi brand. Distress ink, and the shade is Elegant Emerald. If you haven't watched the review of this video, I'll give the link in the I button that is popping right now. You can go check that out. Also, if you haven't watched this blending tools video, I'll also link that in the I button that is popping right now. You can also watch that. I'm swirling my brush and applying it gently on the paper. If the gum is wet, definitely this brush is gonna pick up and it start to come out. I created one beautiful background for this illustration. We can also apply on this coloring book. Not only distress ink, you can use your watercolors or soft pastel, oil pastel, whatever you want to try for your background. Even for the color pencil, if you don't want to get mess, you can use your masking fluid or masking gum. Other than this Lefranc Bourgeois brand, you can try Winsor & Newton or Liquitex or Brustro. Lot of options are available in the market. Pebeo, I guess. These are the well-known brands, I know. So you can also try that out. But each liquid or each drawing gum will work differently. You also test out like this before going into your main artwork, so that it would be very easy for you and it would be very helpful. Now let's work on this. I'm so scared. I don't know how this will work. Now I'm removing the light layer. Gently push it out, very gently, and take one end and always go along with that line. Don't take it out or pull the thread very long. Just gently push and roll the gum so that it won't damage your illustration. Gently roll it, and it's done. Wow, in a thick page, nothing happened to the illustration. As you can see, nothing happened, paper is not ripped. Now let's go to our medium layer and do the same. Gently roll your gum and take it out. I hope you can see. Slightly that black color ink has gone, but it's okay. It didn't rip out that paper. Now moving on to the thick layer. Okay, and gently removing it. And this created some ripping here. But this is not that bad because we are using our thicker quality paper, right? Okay, somehow this is working fine for thick quality papers. If you have watched me using that in my previous video, everything is disaster. Now let's take this out on the colored elements. Light layer, it works perfectly fine. Medium layer, I hope this is also okay. And the thick layer, well and good. I don't know whether it has picked out some color or not. I don't find any difference. You can see this. Everything works perfectly for thick quality paper. Now let's go to our KDP quality paper and test this out. I'm very scared for that actually. Now let's take our light layer. Gently roll it. Go very slow. I'll speed it up actually, okay? My actual speed is this only. Gently, I'm pushing it and rolling it out, okay? Now I'll speed it up and I'll complete everything. And this is the result after taking the masking fluid. You can see in the light layer nothing happens. In medium also nothing happens to me. It works fine. I didn't apply it very properly. It's okay. You cannot do very minute things in your drawing gum. You can always cover this up using your color pencil or something. If you apply thick coating, this will definitely rip your page. And for the colored elements, you can see thin layer, nothing has happened, and medium layer, nothing has happened, and in the thick layer, the color is dulled out actually. It didn't rip out the paper, but the saturation of the color is little bit low. I think it collected some colors with it and came out. And this is our conclusion. This is particularly for this brand. I have watched other colorist video also using other brands where they claim that they'll use thick layer so that their page won't rip out. For me, creating thin layer works the best. Applying very light layer, you don't have that much precision in applying your masking liquid. Somehow maintain that light layer. Also, you can use some medium layer. If it rips your paper a little bit, you can always cover it up with your color pencil like I have done in my previous video. You can always cover this out. Don't worry if it rips your paper a little bit. Only these kind of rips will be very bad to your illustration. So don't apply a thick layer, always go with a thin light wash. For this budget, I would say this Lefranc Bourgeois masking liquid is a very good find. In my upcoming coloring journey, I want to definitely try out the other masking fluid brands. I don't know how they would work. That's all for this video. I hope you like this video. I think this would be helpful for you. Do let me know in the comments what you feel about these kind of contents that support your adult coloring journey. Okay, see you soon in my next video. Happy coloring. Bye bye.